Welcome to another deep dive. Today, we're really getting into something that's, well, it's fundamentally changing things, how information moves, how organizations, talk to us.
That's right.
We're diving into the PR feedback loop, how real-time audience reactions are rewriting the news cycle.
That's a big
It
one.
really is. For ages, PR felt simpler. Maybe you'd craft your message, right? Send out a press release, launch the campaign.
And then essentially the heavy lifting was done for a bit anyway.
Exactly. You'd move on, wait for the next planned update or whatever. But, fast forward to 2025, it's just a completely different world, isn't it? That whole approach feels, well, ancient.
Oh, completely Asian history.
Yeah.
Because now, the second something goes live, every share, every comment, even just someone scrolling past it's like a live poll happening constantly.
A live poll. I like that.
Yeah, the cycle, the communication cycle, it just doesn't really end. Ever.
And that's really what we want to unpack in this deep dive. How this, nonstop real-time feedback from the audience isn't just a factor anymore. It feels like the critical factor.
Mm-hmm.
It's deciding not just how a story gets told, but honestly, if it even survives. For brands, governments, public figures, anyone, really.
The narrative isn't fixed.
Not at all. It's
Yeah.
alive, it's evolving minute by minute, and it's driven by us, by the audience online.
Yeah.
So let's think about that old way again, that traditional PR mindset. You send the message, you wait. How different is that from today's just relentless pace? What killed set it and forget it, PR?
Well, it's pretty much dead on arrival now, that whole idea. Launch something and just, move on. It's not feasible.
Right.
We're in a time where public opinion, it doesn't just shift over winds. It can surge, completely change in a matter of hours.
Hours.
Yeah. So organizations, they literally can't afford to put information out and then just sort of step back. Because by the time they look again, the whole conversation could be somewhere totally different, unexpected.
Okay, let's unpack this then. This constant nature you're talking about, the real-time feedback, whether it's, a viral Twitter thread or those TikTok stitches people do.
Or LinkedIn comments even. Professional spaces too.
Right. Or maybe even these sophisticated AI sentiment trackers we hear about. It forces organizations to do more than just watch, right? They have to jump in, respond instantly.
Exactly. It's shifted from being a monologue, them talking at us, to a continuous dialogue, and often it's a really unpredictable one.
That feels like a massive challenge. If narratives really are changing minute by minute, how does anyone even keep up? It sounds almost impossible for just, people. Human teams.
And that's where the technology really comes in, is the rise of these AI-powered monitoring tools. And they're way beyond the simple keyword alerts we used to have.
Okay.
These systems, they can scan just millions of data points in real time across all sorts of platforms.
Well,
Yeah, structured data, unstructured, comments, posts, articles. And they're not just looking for keywords. They're looking for sentiment, the tone, the sort of emotional feel of the conversation. But here's the crucial bit. Their biggest function isn't just reporting what's happening now. It's trying to predict when things are about to turn against you.
Predict. How?
Well, using things like natural language processing, predictive analytics, they spot these tiny shifts, micro trends in how people are feeling. Maybe a slight dip from positive to neutral comments about something seemingly small.
I see. Like an early warning.
Exactly. It's an early warning signal, sometimes before a crisis even looks like it's forming.
That's actually incredible. It's like having this super sensitive radar, a crystal ball almost, telling you the public mood is souring before it blows up.
Sort of, yeah. It gives you a heads up.
Okay, but knowing is one thing. What happens when that warning signal flashes, when the narrative does start to turn? What do organizations actually do? This gets us into reactive storytelling, right? And this is where it gets really interesting.
It really does, because
Okay.
the immediate thing is organizations are basically forced to be incredibly agile. They have to react fast.
So what does that look like?
Well, often it means quickly rewriting their talking points, the key messages they plan to use, or maybe adjusting the whole tone of their communication.
Changing the tone midstream?
Yeah, or sometimes even completely pivoting their strategy, all based on that live reaction they're seeing.
Wow. Can you give an example, like how that might play out?
Sure. Imagine a company launches a new product, right? And they want to talk all about its amazing, innovative features.
Okay.
But the initial reaction online, it's all focused on the price. People are saying it's too expensive.
Right, that happens.
So reactively, the company might immediately switch its messaging, start emphasizing long-term value, maybe affordability options. downplaying the pure feature talk they started with. It's a rapid adjustment based on the feedback.
And the stakes for getting that right
Yeah.
or wrong must be huge. This kind of quick reactive move,
Mm-hmm.
it could save a brand's reputation,
Sure.
couldn't it? Or just completely sink it, all within like one news cycle.
Absolutely. The speed and the potential impact are just massive. We've definitely seen situations, case studies, where companies manage to turn some pretty negative backlash into an opportunity
Yeah.
by adapting really quickly and smartly to what the audience was saying, showing they were listening, maybe addressing the concerns directly.
But is there a danger there? Does constantly changing your tune make you look, I don't know, a bit fake? Or like you don't really stand for anything if your message just follows the crowd?
That's the tightrope. There's definitely a risk. That line between being responsive and being seen as just, well, opportunistic or maybe insincere, it's incredibly fine.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's got to be more than just knee-jerk reacting. It needs to be ideally a responsive strategy, but one that still holds on to some kind of core truth or principle to be, believable in the long run.
So what does this all mean then, thinking bigger picture, this whole feedback loop? It feels like it brings up some really tricky ethical questions.
It certainly does.
I mean, if you're constantly shaping your message based on what gets the best reaction, where do you draw the line? Is it genuine adaptation or is it just pandering? Giving up on your core values, maybe.
And that's the fundamental ethical dilemma, isn't it? What are the ethics of changing your story purely based on the public mood versus sticking to what you originally set out to say, your core message, even if it's unpopular right now?
That's a tough one.
It is. And for organizations, it means constantly asking themselves, okay, when do we listen and adapt? And when do we need to stand firm, explain our position better, rather than just changing it?
It forces a real look at authenticity.
Absolutely. How does all this constant adaptation affect long-term trust? If every message feels like it could change tomorrow based on clicks or comments, how do you build that deep trust? Or how easily does it erode?
What a journey we've been on just talking through this. It's so clear. The PR feedback loop isn't just some optional extra anymore. It really is, like you said, the battlefield. It's where reputations are made or broken in 2025. It's definitely not set it and forget it. It's constant engagement, constant adaptation. Strategically, hopefully.
Right. And maybe that leaves us and you listening with one final thought to chew on. If these narratives are constantly being shaped by immediate reactions and organizations are getting really, really good at this reactive storytelling, how does that affect all of us? Our ability to tell what's genuinely authentic information versus what's just popular right now or what's been expertly crafted to manage the loudest voices.
How do you know what's real anymore?
Exactly. How do you, navigating your own feeds, your own information landscape, tell the difference between something solid and something that's just the perfect, polished response to the current mood? Something to think about next time you're scrolling.